Okay. Can you guys hear me? Cheryl or Karen? Hello.
I'm here.
Okay, great. I'm just trying to make sure that my sound is working and you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Great.
Okay, good. It's been acting up of late, and I just want to make sure that you can. Okay, that's good.
I'm gonna mute myself because I'm with my kids and we just got done at the grocery store, so I gotta drive back a few minutes.
Oh,
But
no,
I'll be listening.
no problem. Okay. Well, it is 6:30 and we don't yet have quorum. Hopefully Chris will be here and perhaps we'll get Ed on. We need one more person to have quorum. Hmm. Okay, Cheryl, do you happen to have Ed's phone number?
Baba Kingian
Yes, I have his email, but
or
not.
Pastor Eddie? Because I know Pastor Eddie's not coming tonight, but let me see if I have Ed's.
Yeah. I've emailed everybody, but I don't have phone numbers so that I can text them.
I don't see him under my contacts.
Okay. Well, we're going to hang out here. And hopefully in the next few minutes, we usually should wait about 15 minutes before we put the meeting aside. But I know Chris will be home shortly, but I don't know if he'll be home in 15 minutes. So let's see what I can do here. Okay, thanks.
Lala, I just Googled and I've got a number. I don't know if it'll work or not. Maybe it's a work number, but I've got a number for him. If you want to try it. Lala, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was running controls.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
All of a sudden people showed up. So.
Okay. If you want me to try to call this number, I can do that. I just Googled him.
Oh, no, he's right here. I got him.
Oh, okay.
Super. Okay. So can I rename me? Yes. Okay. And let me put up our agenda and then we will get started. Oh, good. I hear Chris coming in the back door here. Okay. So this is Thursday, March 10th, 2022. It is 6:37. This meeting is called to order. This is the Sunland Tongva Neighborhood Council Youth and Education Committee meeting. All right. Karen, are you able to do notes for us today?
I sure am.
That's wonderful. That is wonderful. Can you all see the agenda? Are you able to see the agenda?
Yep, no
Okay,
problem.
Good. Okay, so I called the meeting to order. The second item here is opening comments by chair. And hello, we are actually getting some stuff done. We need to get more stuff done faster because, as you know, I want us to be the biggest, baddest, best, and most productive committee in the history of Sunland Tongva. So please welcome everybody, and you're very, very welcome to participate. Now I'm supposed to say this thing about, I have to read this thing, which is silly, but there we go. Public input at neighborhood council meetings. The public is requested to dial *9 to use the raise hand option when prompted by the presiding officer to address the board, or this is the committee in this case, on any agenda item before the committee takes action on an item. Comments from the public on agenda items will be heard only when the respective item is being considered. Comments from the public on other matters not appearing on the agenda that are within the board's jurisdiction will be heard during the general public comment period. Please note that under the Brown Act, the board is prevented from acting on a matter that you bring to its attention during the general public comment period. However, the issue raised by a member of the public may become the subject of a future committee meeting. Public comment is limited to 1 minute. Well, I'm going to have it limited to 3 minutes because we have the ability to do that. Okay. And we have already assigned a note taker. Do we have minutes from the previous meeting? Did you do those, Karen, or do I need to get those from Chris?
No, I didn't do those, Lara.
Okay, well, I will have to bring Chris in order because I do not believe we have those. All right. Continuing on here. Report on the results from the education town hall. Who here actually was attended the town hall?
I was there. This is
Good.
Cheryl.
Good.
Me too, Karen.
That's good because it was really good. Yeah, Ed, were you there for the whole thing? I know you were at the beginning.
Yeah.
Good. All right, so I think you'll all agree with me that it was a very successful town hall, probably the most successful town hall that the neighborhood council has had in many, many years, since the old days when Nina used to run town halls. And we had, I forget the total on the education was over, between the two parts, over 150 individual people were on the call at various points. I think it might have even been something like 180. I didn't get the final figures, but it was really, really well done. We had 6 principals who gave presentations on their schools and what they're doing, which was excellent. We had early education, we had a charter school, we had the high school, several of the elementary schools. We didn't get the junior high, but we did get the extended learning school from Mount Lucas. So that was all really great. We had some really great presentations. We had a lot of conversation about the Mount Gleason and the Military Institute affair. I don't know how that exactly turned out, but at least we got people talking. They can't find a solution if they're not in communication with each other. We got them talking and got people to realize that the guys from the other school weren't necessarily their enemies, which was really what I wanted to accomplish there as a first start. So thank you very much for everybody who helped on that. We also got to hear from the community of schools and from our school board principal, Kelly Gonez, and that was excellent as well. So there again, thanks for everybody that helped, for everybody that attended, everyone that got the word out. Very appreciated. And like I said, I believe that was the most successful town hall in many years. Okay, flipping back over here. Did anybody else have any comments on the town hall? I can't see hands when I'm in the share mode.
Hey, this is Eric. I have a question for you guys.
Yeah, on the town hall.
On the town hall. What
Okay,
is there a way? Is there a way of 'cause I wasn't able to make it. Is there a way of getting the recording?
Yes, the recording. Hopefully, the recording is all there. If you go on to the STNC calendar and you look for that meeting, the minutes and the recording and possibly some of the presentations should be there that you can find.
Because there was misreports that I heard that it was lost when I was asking someone. So I don't know who that was, but I heard the recording got lost.
That may be. We were having recording problems. So
just was wondering.
Yeah, but the minutes should be there and you should be able to get some of the presentations. Was there anything specific about it that you really wanted to hear about?
No, I was just wanting to make sure the recording was up there. So
okay, well
that was it. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. All right. Anything else on the education town hall? Okay, and the next thing is a report on the results from the wildfire town hall. This again was quite a good town hall. I think, I know that we had over 25 and I'm thinking 45 was the top on that particular town hall, which is again, very good because we haven't had people showing up at meetings up to that degree. We had a very good presentation on fire hardening. We also had a presentation from the LA Fire Department, our local fire captain, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, he got called away on a 911 call partway through, but we did have excellent result and people starting to understand what fire hardening is. And did we have another comment on that? There's something else about fire hardening, but I wanted to see if anybody had any comments on the town hall. No. Okay. The next action is discussion, possible action, motion, fire hardening training, May 20th and 21st. And so we have Pauline here. Let me just see where. Yes, so we have Pauline here who actually did our presentation and she's going to tell us a little bit about this training just so that you have the idea of what it is. Okay, Pauline, do you want to unmute?
Thanks. Yeah, so the wildfire preparedness training is more in depth than my presentation at the town hall. We have a trainer who's had a whole career of wildfire mitigation and preparedness. And so he's really great. And it's tailored towards Southern California. And so it's a really great class. It's done in 3 parts. First, an evening virtual session, and then a morning virtual session, and then an in-person site visit where you'll practice doing a home evaluation at a house and walk around and really accumulates all the knowledge you learned in the training to identify the vulnerabilities of the house and how to prevent it from catching fire from embers and wildfire. I'm happy to answer any questions about the training if anyone has.
Okay, so the first thing we should probably do here is get a motion. Do I have a motion for this training, which is May 20th in the evening and then 21st morning and afternoon? Do I have a motion? Hello?
I'll move. This is Cheryl.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second it, Ted.
Okay, great. So Cheryl moves, Ed seconds. And let's see, what else do we need? What would the exact times be, Pauline?
In the past, we've done it evening on the first day, so that would be 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. And then on Saturday, 9 to 12, and then the in-person 2 to 4. And that's roughly the times. If need be, we could adjust it a little bit, but that's worked well in the past.
Good, thank you, thank you. And so that is a maximum of like 30 people, but we can have less. Is that correct?
Yeah, having 20 to 30 people would be perfect. I think the cutoff would be 35.
Okay, great. And let's see, there was something else I wanted to clarify on that, which I'll think of. All right, so do I have any comments from the public on having this wildfire mitigation training for home hardening done? This is going to be free to the public. Public can sign up and do this. Okay, do I have any comments?
Yes, I do. This is Eric.
Okay, Eric, go ahead.
Where would the training be held at?
The first part is going to be virtual, and then we will need to get someone to volunteer to use their home, something that's not perfectly fire hardened already, that we can have the people walk around the home. We'd have to schedule that. That's not fully determined. If somebody here has a home that they wouldn't mind having a fire hardening inspection done, they can let me know and we can put that one, make it that one. But so it will be somewhere here locally.
Thank you.
Okay, any other comments? Okay, anything from the committee? Okay, so hearing nothing, Karen, can we go to vote?
I'm sorry, was that directed to me, Lala?
Yes, we can go ahead and go on to the vote.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the motion is to have this training, this 3-part training.
Yes, it's
okay.
on the...
I'm a yes.
Okay, so oops. Let me get back over here. Okay, so how you do that, Karen, is you list down the names of each of the committee members and you call their names out and we do roll call vote that way.
Okay.
Because it's virtual, we have to say each name and hear the yay or nay.
Okay, I might not get everybody, but I'm sure you guys will guide me. Okay, we're ready for the vote. Lala Rowe.
Yes.
Okay, wait a minute, I'm gonna get a piece of paper. Okay. Karen Moran, that's a yes. Cheryl Smith.
Yes.
Smith. Okay. Ed Babakanian.
Yes.
Okay. Eric Owens.
He is not on the committee.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Chris is on the committee.
Chris Rowe.
Yeah.
Okay, and I don't know who the call-in number is.
Neither do I. Do not believe it's a committee member. If you're
okay, you got it.
Speak up. 2736. Okay, so good.
We have 5 yeses.
It's Mark Dutton. I'm not a committee member.
Oh, great. Welcome, Mark.
Hi. I'm just listening. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay. We have 5 yeses.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Okay, so let me flip back over here to our agenda. So that's Excellent. Discussion possible action next town hall meeting. So I know that there are other town halls now being worked on, but do we have something that we as a group want to do as an education town hall on some other stuff? On fire hardening and education were wonderful starts. So is there something else that we think we can actually do a town hall on? At this point, I'm accepting all ideas. Nobody has an idea that what they want to do a town hall on? Is there something that you would like education on, or you would like someone in your family or your kids or your friends to have education on? Okay, it doesn't have to be some big, exciting subject. Ed, you could do a town hall on basic bookkeeping. I don't know if that's a whole town hall, but.
I'm going to toss this out. I'm not.
Yeah.
I have a suggestion.
Okay, hang on. I got three at a time.
I'm just a dude.
Okay, Ed, you're kind of breaking up, so I'm going to take you last. Karen, what was your idea?
Oh, I think there's always a need for families to understand options for their kids in high school to go to community college or Cal States, and just to understand the education system and the options. Could be technical, training, whatever. But yeah, I think that's always an area that seems to befuddle people.
Okay, so we're talking options for higher education.
Yes.
That would be something that would be quite good, especially an early summer. So kids that haven't already gotten their applications into universities could do that, or if they're looking for other training options would be able to do that. So that's like maybe a June-ish type town hall. Does that sound right?
It sounds fine.
Okay, so all right, now do I have any on that one, on her town hall suggestion? Do I have any comments? I'm not going to divide it up. Right now we're sort of round tabling it. So do I have any comments, board or attendees? Anybody have any comments on that? A higher education? Do you think it's a good idea? It's a bad idea? Should we include something else with it? Should we limit it? Nobody. Okay.
I would just comment. You could have somebody from each one of the education.
I mean,
Go ahead, Ed. We can't, Ed, we can't hear you. You might want to go out and come back in. We get no sound at all, just little beeps.
What, baby? No.
Okay. So Mark, while Ed's sorting out his sound, why don't you tell us, you had an idea?
Well, I was just thinking, there's been a lot of dumping in our canyons.
Yeah.
Of toxic materials and just anything that people see. Just seems like they just want to, dump whatever in the middle of the night there. And it's really becoming kind of a norm for people. There's a new pile all the time. And I was just thinking maybe we could have a town hall about maybe educating people about how damaging that is and what their options are, and maybe even coming up with a proposal for the city to make dumping fees cheaper and bring attention to 311 bulky item pickup, et cetera, and maybe even just have an organized weekend pickup where we could all go get together and, get into a canyon and just like pick that stuff up, because it seems to be a low priority for the city right now. It'd be nice to head it off at the pass. Okay,
That is a good possibility. It's not something that you would normally look at as education, but it is education. So from this committee, we possibly could liaise with the beautification committee or the public safety, if they have actually get that one going, committees to work together to make that happen. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just a softer approach, you know, like an educational approach. Like, hey, everybody, this is why this is a big deal. Okay, this is what happens. You know, so this goes into the storm drains and it poisons animals, and it, you know, it starts a whole habit of people doing this. If you drive by it enough times, you figure, well, if everybody else is doing it, you know, I'm going to do it, and it just educating people about the effects of, you know, the negative effects of doing that habitually.
Exactly. I like the idea. We're gonna need to work it up a little bit. Would you like to assist in actually working up some sort of agenda for that so that we actually have an item we can vote on?
Could we
I'm very, you know, I'm in the middle of a city council campaign.
I know you are.
But I will participate, especially, you know, if there's a scheduled day to go out or whatever I can. I can't head the thing up, but I will participate whenever I have time to do it, you know?
Right. Well, right now, what I'm looking at is getting the needed material and some expert people to actually give us a presentation so that we can hold the town hall. So the education committee wouldn't necessarily go out and do the cleanup. We have several other committees that could participate in that as well. But this is to get the education part in. Okay.
Let me think about it. There's some people in the community that are actually privately active in that area that just get out and just clean these things up. So let me see if I can, you know, talk to some of them, see what they think about it, and see if that approach might make sense to them.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Excellent. All right. All right. And Ed, you want to see if you can speak again now?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with my sound. Can you guys hear me?
You're much better.
Okay. No, I was just commenting back on the one about higher education. I think that would be a good idea.
Good. All right. Well, I think so too. So we got two new good ideas. So that is a step in the right direction. And we'll need to coordinate who's actually going to put those together. Karen.
Oh yeah, I had made a comment before I let you talk, Lala, that, you know, the bulky item, but there's so many city services I don't think people are aware of, like hazardous waste, you know, your SAFE sites, how you can get garbage cans replaced. So I think that agenda item could be extended.
Okay, so that's like how these actual city services work.
Yeah, for the practical purposes, right?
Right, and what happens when we don't use them and what happens when we do use them. Okay, good. So we should work something up on that separately. I'm going to ask you to be my deputy on that, because I think that no, actually, I'm going to ask you to be the deputy on the education, the higher education. I'll need to get a deputy for the city services one. Does that work for you?
Sure.
All right. So we don't have an actual item to vote on yet, but we made progress on what we're going to do in the future there. Okay. So let me just see what else we have here. Okay, so we have two possibilities for town hall meetings. So that's good. I think we're good on that. report on any progress on Mount Gleason and middle school situation. I don't have any other data on that from where we left off. Ed, did you get any other data? I know you're involved in that situation. Do we know anything about it?
I don't know anything more about how well, the city or the city council and the LESD took what we said. It sounds like it's going forward. So there's still a lot of activity with parents pushing back, but it doesn't sound like they made them any offer other than Mount Gleason. So, from the military and academy, it's either you lose your business or you co-locate with Mount Gleason. But we're still pushing against.
Yeah, it's a little silly. What we need is another space. I agree that the Military Institute and VOSIS should not be on the same campus. It's like putting cats and dogs in the same yard and telling them to behave themselves. It's not going to work. I'm sorry, that's my opinion. But okay, so we don't know yet, but we're hoping for the best, and they're still working on it. Okay. Back over to this. Discussion possible action, nomination for youth as committee member. Do we have anybody who has any clue of how to get a youth nominated and on this committee? No. Okay. Well, okay. So I do have an email out to the principal of Verdugo Hills High, and in that email, I asked him for a youth committee member. All right. And I talk about the whole youth council actually in that. So report on creation of calendar, social media. Ed, were you working on this?
This was the calendar?
There's calendar and there's social media.
Not social media. I got the calendar. I mean, as the items come up, I can put them on the calendar, but I don't have anything that's social media.
All right. So we didn't get you the Facebook page or the YouTube page or any of that the STNC has for us?
No, I don't have any of that information.
Okay. So get with me afterwards. We need to get it from Cindy and then work up some actual steps. We need to have like a little program set up, like I know that the Facebook page needs a different picture up because the picture is about 8 years old, So get a different Facebook cover up, start putting the activities and reports on activities on that page. If we need help to do that, if you're not going to be able to run the social media, either get somebody who can do it, or maybe get one of the youth. I mean, a youth on this committee could take over the social media probably without a second thought, because it's not real complex stuff, but it's time. So if you can make out some steps like that, and then I'll get with you, we'll get the data from Cindy and see what it takes to actually get the steps done. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
You're super. Thank you. All right. Do I have any other comments regarding the creation of calendar and social media for this committee? I can't see you now. When I'm on screen share, I can't see you. So if you say anything, you have to speak up. Okay. Reports, updates on previously approved activities. Basketball program is temporarily canceled, mainly because we do not have the church as a venue at the moment. Okay, and so until they can open up at New Hope Community Church, until they can open up again, then we don't have that. And the same goes for the drug education program, which I really, really want to do, but we have to have a venue. They can't do the materials virtually. So, so then that leaves us here, the Speechcraft program, which I have something. So I have Susan Stewart, who's part of our local Foothills Community Toastmasters Club. She's a distinguished Toastmaster, many years experience. And she will be doing the Speechcraft probably with another person from that same club. Maybe myself or Chris or this. We have a number of us that are local here. So that is, actually, I want to make a motion on that. So my motion is the following: that we promote a Toastmaster Speechcraft program, which is a 6-week program beginning on April 24th. It's a Sunday. It'll be
Chris, so tomorrow, what was your plan to go up to do that draw and then afterwards doing what?
Well, I didn't have anything specifically afterwards.
hello?
Unless you have something else
Chris?
you want me to do.
Chris, mute yourself. Chris, thank you. Okay. Sorry about that. So Karen, write this down. This is the motion. The motion is Speechcraft program for youth and adults beginning 24 April from 4 to 6 p.m. virtually. For 6 weeks at the cost of $10 per participant. And the $10 is basically the real cost that what the Toastmasters are going to pay that out of their pockets in order to get it. So it's just to reimburse the real costs. Okay, and so can you read that back to me, Karen, so we can see what the motion sounds like?
The motion is Speechcraft program for youth and adults beginning the 24th of April from 4 to 6 p.m. conducted virtually, 6-week program at a cost of $10 a participant.
Good. Good.
Hey, Lala, who's paying for that $10? Is that the participant or that the STNC?
The participant.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Do I have a second on that?
I'll second.
Thank you very much. Okay. So now discussion. Do we have any comments or discussion on this item?
What does the participant get at the end of the 6 weeks? Is there some sort of certificate program or?
Yeah, he will get a certificate. It's a certificate that he's completed Speechcraft. The Toastmasters program is a much, much longer program that takes a year or 2 years to get through. But this is just to give like the basic training so somebody has the basics of public speaking. And they'll get a Speechcraft certificate.
Got it, thanks.
And the person doing that, the main person doing it is Susan Stewart. And we'll have one of the other Toastmasters assist her with that. And anyone with about an 8th grade reading level should be able to participate. Unfortunately, we can't do it for the younger kids just because of the reading level. I would love to do one for younger kids, but I don't have the ability to do that at the moment. Okay, any other comments, questions? If we have nothing else, let's go to a vote. Karen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So do I give the motion again?
What you read to me.
Okay. Okay. This is a motion for the speech craft program for youth and adults, and to begin the 24th of April and go from 4 to 6 virtually for 6 weeks at a cost of $10 per participant. All of those that are in favor, we'll take a vote now. And Lala, we'll start with you.
Yes.
Okay, I'll do myself. That's a yes. Cheryl Schmidt. Who is on mute?
Cheryl, you need to unmute.
Yes. Oh, I thought I said yes and then hit it. I'm sorry. Yes.
Ed Babakanian
Yes.
and Chris Rowe.
Yes.
We have 5 yeses.
Good. Cooking with gas here. All right. Let's see what else we have on the agenda. Okay. Establishment of Youth Council Program. Unless somebody else has something, the only thing that I have is that I have reached out to the principal of Verdugo High to actually get his cooperation to get kids into a youth program. So hopefully we'll get something back positive. Anybody else have any other update? Comments, opinions, great, brilliant ideas that they just thought up?
I have a comment. This
Yeah,
is
go
Cheryl.
ahead. Go ahead, Cheryl.
Yeah, I've reached out to my different groups of people that I know, and either they're too young to, because I think you're aiming for 16, right? And I can't really find anybody. And even if I did, I don't know, I guess there's something hesitant in me that the culture we're living in, that somehow these kids could be targets of hate. And I don't know, I guess that's probably why I've stepped back a little bit since December, because my own children have been targeted for their religion, for their race. And I just don't know what the city has in place to protect whichever children do step up to the challenge to be on this youth council. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm sorry to put a damper on the situation, but that's just kind of where I'm at right now.
Mm-hmm. I understand completely. And I actually would like to say something about that. There has never been any intention or even consideration in forming this committee that it would adhere to any specific religious purpose or lack of purpose. It's education for people. And I really am not happy with some of the things that have been put forward and some of the attacks that have been made. I know you need to protect children, especially the younger ones. However, at the same time, if we don't continue to do what we think is the right thing will never happen. We actually need to, it's not even necessarily up to the city. Cheryl, I should talk to you afterwards because I know you have some specific concerns, but it's not necessarily even up to the city exactly what needs to be done. But we do need to take action to protect ourselves, to protect our community, protect our children. But we can't let that protection stop us from moving forward. And we're creating something here that I hope will make a difference in this community and maybe get to the point where it can be exported to other communities. I don't know of other STNCs who have an active education program currently. So I'm hoping that we can actually get this thing created. I understand completely any backups, but that said, as I said before, any other comments, questions, bright ideas?
Well, if we could get the social media, and then I think you could advertise for people that are interested and be specific about, you have to be 16 years old or a student in Sunland Tujunga, but we're interested. I think that's one way to and then to get youth to volunteer.
That's a good idea. That's actually a very good idea, because that's been part of the thing is like, now how do you actually reach the kids that are eligible? I mean, Cheryl, you've got mostly younger kids. This particular, to be in the youth council would be like, they don't have to necessarily be 16 to be on the committee, to be on the board. They'd have to be 16, but to be on this youth council, I would say 9th grade and up. Essentially your eighth grade reading level would be able to handle most everything that we would ask of them. But yeah, we are aiming at those, and they are, once we get the social media up. Good idea. So we need to, Ed, in your plan, that's part of the sequence. The social media has to go up so we can promote the stuff.
Yep, got it.
Okay, super. I'm going on. Updates on videos for education page. Who's worked on? I know nobody's made them yet. Who has worked on their video for the education page? Okay, I wrote my script and I'm practicing my writing video. I have not videoed it yet. I have to do the video, and actually it's going to take some, what do you call it? Some visuals as well as part of the video. So that's my writing video. Ed, you were going to do something about basic finances. Did you start that? Did you write it down?
It's still in my mind to get done, but no, I haven't had time to concentrate on that.
Okay. Even if you spend 10 minutes a day, okay, what's the first thing you would say? Write it down. Good. What's the next thing you would say? Write it down. Spend 10 minutes a day on it. And by the time we have the next meeting, you'll have a video done. Okay. And if you need visuals, I don't know how you are with PowerPoint. I also have Doodly, which is a program that, if you have visual, they have those whiteboards with the hand that comes out and draws while you're talking. That's a program and that I have. Mm-hmm. So
I'm a PowerPoint guy, so it'll be in PowerPoint.
It'll be a PowerPoint, super duper.
Yeah.
Okay, just start it. Just figure out what goes with the first slide and move on. Okay, Cheryl, you gave me your report already. You're going to be doing your dance video while you're in Mexico, correct?
Yeah, I'll try to do it there. We're going to be gone for a while, so I should have extra time there, maybe more time than here to finally do it. I'll do like short videos so I could hopefully email it to, oh no, it probably wouldn't email, maybe text if it's a short enough video.
Do the video that you need and want to do. When I've told you this before, when you get it to where you want it, there's several ways we can get it off your phone. And there are ways that you can email very large files, but you have to go through another program, which I will let you know what that is.
Okay. I mean, I think long term, I think it would be really fun to get together in person, but I guess we're not allowed to get, no, but you said the drug-free one is in person once you can find a venue, right?
Right. Yeah. We're technically not supposed to be, quote, meeting in person. That doesn't mean that you and I can't sit down and me take a video of you dancing.
Well, I meant like with the community, like if there were different types of dances that people could teach, if it's Armenian or salsa.
Okay.
And then I could also do my country thing.
That would be cool. That would be cool. So make a list. I'm going to give you the same thing I gave to Ed. Make a list of the steps that need to be done in order to create that product that you just described to me, which is short videos showing the steps of how to do the various kinds of dances and list out a few of them.
Okay, I was thinking more in person, to have like an event in Sunland Tujunga where we can come together as a community, and there's different dance teachers lined up to teach the different styles.
Hey,
but I mean, that's a big event, because then you could throw in cultural food too while you're at it. But right. I'm just thinking like that would be something fun to look forward to, but I don't know with COVID and this city's rules. Well, if we're allowed to have National Night Out, and that's in person.
Yeah, so that's
because it's outside, maybe that's why.
Good. Then list out what needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we're doing it outside in a park and STNC sponsoring it, we have to do the whole
event form
thing.
Right.
But the first thing you do is list out what has to happen. What do you actually want to have? This is a beautiful idea. Getting everybody in the community together to learn how to dance. Hello? That's wonderful. Do you know how happy that makes people?
Yeah, and it's good exercise.
It's good exercise. It makes them happy. And hopefully this is, you know, right now we're under this like this yoke of like we're not supposed to like touch each other or look at each other or anything else. But that's not going to last. We are supposed to have the 4th of July parade this year. So we can aim for something like by summertime, we'll be able to do one of these. So
yeah. And in the meantime, I'll do the video. I'm sorry I've taken so long.
Good. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Anybody else have a video that they think they might like to do? Mark, how about some music producing video? Do you have something that you could teach somebody in 10 minutes or less, or 20 minutes that would be of value? Mark's not listening to me. Okay. Karen, do you have anything that you would like to?
I can't think of anything right now, Lala. Thank you.
Okay. Well, we'll just continue. And if you guys come across anybody who has some skill, I mean, like I said, I've asked Joe DeCenzo to do one using power tools, you know, which I think would be great for these young kids to like get, this is the actual way, the professional way to use power tools, you know, with like, you know, tips on what you do and don't do when you're putting a screw into a wall. I think that'd be great. Okay, that's it on that one. There's no other comments? I'm done talking.
Too bad I'd get one quick comment. The one with power tools, it's too bad you couldn't do something that would be in person as well as a video.
Yeah, I know.
Although, you know, power tools, of course, there's liability, but well, we could go with hammers and nails.
Yeah, you know, but anyway, but we have to have somebody who actually knows what they're doing to do the video, and then it goes up on, they'll go up on our Facebook page and our YouTube page. STNC has a YouTube page. Who knew? Okay. Outreach to other committees. Has anybody done any outreach to any other committees? Any other community groups? Anybody know a committee or well, I've done outreach to the START committee. I didn't get it sounds like a good idea, but I didn't get any comers yet on the, you know, getting them to actually do some artistic type videos for us. Anybody else done anything? Okay. I know, Cheryl, you've been going around trying to do some stuff within the community partners that you know. All right, Karen. Karen?
Yeah.
Since you worked with Our Lady of Lourdes, is there anything that anyone there has that would be a skill, something educational that might be something we could do?
It's not occurring to me right now. Yeah, I'll give it some thought.
Okay.
I work at JPL too, but
yeah, you work
big.
at JPL. Well, I don't know. Maybe there's somebody at JPL who would like to teach us about rocket science.
That's always a possibility. They're getting back to the lab, but they do have outreach. They really do, where people will come and tell you about their jobs and absolutely. But that's another one that's so good for in person, because then they can answer questions too. I guess you could do a Zoom.
Right. You could do a Zoom and record it. You could do a Zoom. What you do is that you do it in a webinar style, so that what's recorded is the main guy, instead of it flipping around between the different people when they speak. So you're recording the main guy on a Zoom call, and you turn that into a video.
Well, I can give a call to their public relations department and see what they can offer. It might or not be a video. It might be kind of more of a, I don't know, town hall.
Well, fine. I'll take a town hall. Okay. Good. Thank you for that. So that's outreach to community partners. So next month, when we get to this outreach to community partners, you let me know who you outreach to and what the result was. Okay. All right. Any other old business? Do we have any other old business? Okay. Hearing nothing. Any other new ideas? New ideas. Nobody here has new ideas. Come on. I'm sorry, I'm bull baiting you. Bull bait, it kind of means I'm teasing you to get you to do something. So then that leads us to our last agenda item, general public comment on non-agenda items. We have one general public here. Mark, do you have any comments? Mark isn't on the phone. All right. Do we have any other comments?
I have no comment. I'm sorry.
Well, maybe you can just tell us how you like the meeting and what you think we can do.
I'll tell you, actually, I do have a comment. It's so lovely being on such a positive meeting. I'm not used to this. It's a little surreal, but great job. Thank you.
Thank you. You mean just because we don't get out the gloves and start going at it, you know?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, so in my opinion, this is what should happen. It should be people like getting ideas together and figuring out, you know, and we started out kind of gangbusters and ran into some brick walls, like with losing our venue. Pastor Eddie was totally behind. Yeah, whatever you want to do, come on over. And his board put the church on lockdown. So we lost that venue. There was a couple of other things that we were trying to do, and but we got town halls done. I mean, that's like a big deal.
I've got one other thought. You better grab it before I forget it. You know, a town hall just on different people talking about their jobs. Ed could talk about his job. I could talk about my job. You know, where you just have the, you know, something educational where people are talking about what they do. Just a thought.
Okay. No,
we'll carry it over the next.
I don't know that we'd necessarily call that a town hall, but keep that thought. We should go over that. And
I think you can add that as a topic within the education one. Because a key mistake people make is going to college with no plan to use the degree.
Yes. Yeah. How many people, you know, get their bachelor's degree and then can't find a job because they don't know how to do anything? And that is like an actual serious problem in our society right now. You know, and it's like, oh, you mean I was supposed to learn something? What do we want to call that? It might not be a town hall, but it's definitely, what do we want to say it is? Let's give it a title. Ed and Karen, it's your guys' idea. You come up with the title.
Yeah, I'm not certain. I mean, again, I think it's something to do with how to ensure your degree is worth something. You know, so once you make that decision to commit to higher education, make sure that you're educating yourself on something that's going to be worthwhile in the future.
If you just had people with different jobs, like Ed could go up and talk about, well, you know, I'm an accountant and this is the education path that I pursued, and just, you know, 10 minutes of an interesting story about, you know, how it all came together. I think that would be very interesting.
Yeah,
my story will take half an hour, so yeah, I can do that.
Okay, yeah, I think we're onto something here that may like bring some things out, because it's reminding me of an old friend I haven't seen in years, but the man is an engineer. He's he does construction, electronics and stuff like, but he works on large buildings, large things. And his main thing was that he did math. You know, he learned so much math that people thought he was nuts. Like, what are you going to do that? But he learned math to the point where he could figure the weights and the distances and the stresses easily. But that took a lot of work for him to do that. But that's the main thing that he talked about his education. It's like, well, yeah, to be an engineer, you have to know math. If you don't know math, you can't build stuff, you know. But that's a point, you know, like, you know, if you want to be this, even like Mark, you're a music producer. Like, what do you actually have to learn? What's useful that you can actually learn in your education?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot there. It's you have to be very flexible and know kind of all the different parts. The thing about being a music producer is you have to really understand music, but you also have to understand the business end of it. So you're kind of in a hybrid world, you know?
Right. And I can tell you from my experience with the Artists for a Better World guys, there's the majority of the artists out there that do wonderful stuff. They have no clue on the business, just nothing. That's like our biggest thing.
That's why they call them artists.
All right. So this goes very well with our earlier idea, options for higher education. It kind of works together. We might work something there together. Anyway, that's really good ideas. So I'm going to put that together. Karen, I'm going to have a discussion with you later on. I'm not sure. Do I have your phone number? I'm just going to make sure.
You might not, but it's 747-207-5798.
747-207-5798.
Should work. Yep.
Okay, good. So then that way we can actually structure something that can be a motion for the next agenda. And that is super. Thank you very much, guys. Does anybody have anything else before I adjourn this meeting? Okay.
Is there a public comment section?
Oh, we already did, but you tell me you didn't have a comment. Go ahead.
Oh crap! I'm sorry. I had walked away from the bathroom and I didn't know what you were asking for a comment for. Sorry. So did I miss it?
You can have it now.
Okay. I just wanted to announce that my candidate Elisa Avalos qualified for the ballot today.
Oh!
We got a call from the city, and I wanted to thank all of you and many of you who helped us get there. It was really difficult. We're a grassroots organization, and I really appreciate it. And we really look forward to challenging our current council person and being communicative and responsive to the needs of our community. So you'll be hearing from me, I'm sure, in the next few weeks. And again, thank you all very much.
Well done.
Very good. And if there's no other comments, this meeting is adjourned.
Night all.
Good night.
That's all.
Thank you very
Good night.
much. Oh, my thingy's not working. There he goes.